My research is looking at the role that images have to play in the creation of public understanding and knowledge about climatic hazards, using the 1976 drought as a case study. My academic focus developed from my undergraduate study with a really interesting module called Images of the Earth. One aspect of the module that really caught my attention was that we were tasked to explore the deeper meanings and critically examine any image of our choice. I chose an imperial map of the British Empire. On first reading, I thought of it simply as a cartographic visual representation. However, as I became more accustomed to the image and read further more about visual studies, the image started to evolve and deepen in front of me. I enjoyed the almost detective nature of trying to unravel the hidden meanings and messages hidden both within the image and the context it was produced within. I've not been able to conduct much work with images myself due to the nature of my course, and so therefore I had in the back of my mind that I wanted to actually do something with images. However, I was unsure of a medium through which I could achieve this. On a personal and sentimental note, I spent almost routine family holidays in Cornwall since I was young, as my grandparents lived here for over half a century. My grandfather, after leaving the army, worked for the Falmouth Truro Water Company, and therefore I've heard some stories of the great 1976 drought and the complexities of it related to him and his sort of work. So I've sort of been inundated to those by quite a bit. When this research dataset project was then announced to us, it seemed like an unlikely coming together of my personal academic interests. Although I have little to no previous experience of working with images and no real experience of droughts firsthand, I am interested in what can be achieved. In other words, in a way, what can these different image sets tell me about the 1976 drought that my grandfather's stories cannot? So an example of some of the research that this would entail then would be looking at the image. At first sight it may simply look like a lake in an overgrown area. However, the low water levels and dark, almost sandy colours can be interpreted to show the drastic environmental and aesthetic impacts the image's author feels are important to capture and document. When this image is put into perspective of the collection as a whole, the author rarely uses people within his photographs, and the inclusion of the lady in the foreground throws up new questions. Does her hunched demeanour, looking and searching through the stones, possibly portray a positive narrative about aesthetic changes related to the drought hazard? Has the drought almost created new spaces of discovery, usually covered by water, now available to explore? Why, then, has the image been taken, and why has it been taken in such a way? Rather than the drought being a totally negative impact or event, the deeper compositional characteristics alone of the image throw up all these possible counter-narratives. For the author, the drought may have been positive, reinventing the Cornish landscape to which he had become so accustomed. This alone hasn't even considered the production and publication sightings of this single image alone, which will even further twist and change the discourses and narratives that can be drawn from the visual snapshots of the period. With this very basic analysis of the denotive characteristics or aesthetic characteristics of the image solely, this barely scratches the surface of a critical visual analysis to show the truth behind the statement. A picture is worth 1,000 words.